Last autumn, the governor of the Bank of Canada said that unless something changes, our standard of living will shrink. Hey fellow workers, my name's Kim Siever. Welcome back to my channel. So, last autumn, during the Bank of Canada October 2025 Monetary Policy Report press conference, the Bank Governor Tiff Macklem said the following.
What that means is that unless something else changes, our incomes will be lower than they otherwise would have been. They'll grow, but they'll grow along a lower. This was the old path. Now there's a new path, which is below the old path. There are things the country can do to try to bend that curve up, but those aren't things monetary policy can do. These are more structural changes. I mean, fundamentally, as a senior deputy governor is hammered many times, we need to get our productivity growth up. And if we can do that as a country, we can bend that curve up. So, I mean, I think what's most concerning is that unless we change some other things, our standard of living as a country, Canadians, is going to be lower than it otherwise would have been.
I have a few things I wanted to mention regarding this statement. First, what does Macklem mean by a lower standard of living? Wikipedia says that the standard of living is the level of income, comforts, and services available to an individual, community, or society. Investopedia defines it as one's access to the necessities of life such as a living wage, decent housing, and food. I mean, if people's income drops, but the price of housing and groceries also drops, they might not be any worse off. That being said, if Macklem thinks we should prepare for a lower standard of living, what does he think we've been doing for the last 3 or more years? Income has already been stagnant while the cost of everything has increased. Our standard of living has already declined, and now he's telling us we should expect it to get even worse? Regarding increasing productivity, I have 2 things on that. One way to increase productivity is to increase the number of full-time jobs out there. Companies seem to be increasingly offering fewer full-time jobs and more part-time jobs. It's kind of difficult to be more productive when you have to split productivity between 2 or 3 jobs. Another way to increase productivity is to raise wages. If workers are paid more, they will spend more. When more money circulates in the economy, it increases consumer demand, and that increased demand will put pressure on businesses to raise output, which could increase productivity. Our current financial situation as a society is because of the incessant thirst of the owning class to increase profits and their own wealth. That leads to things like paying workers less, halting research and development investment, participating in real estate speculation, increasing grocery prices, and so on. The solution is to not continue doing what we have been doing. The solution is to improve the material conditions of the working class. Solidarity.